Hello everyone, if you are studying IGCSE Computer Science 0478 Paper 1, this video series will help you revise each topic more easily. We'll go through chapters 1 to 6, practice questions like those from the past papers. This will help you understand the types of questions you will see in the exam and how to answer them. These videos are designed to support your learning, build your confidence, and help you to get best grades you can. So let's get started and make your revision count. In this session, we'll be reviewing past paper questions on key topics such as system software, application software, operating system, and interrupt. So let's get started. Topic 25, types of software. System software. Question 274. State what is meant by system software. Give one example of system software. System software is software that manages the computer hardware. Example include operating system, utility software, or device drivers. Question 275. A small business owner, Sarah, is setting up a new computer for her office. Give two examples of system software that the computer will need to function properly. Number 1, operating system. Number 2, antivirus program. Number 3, device drivers. Number 4, encryption software. And number 5, disk defragmentation. So these are all examples of system softwares. Question 276. Give one example of firmware. So Bootstrap program, bootloader, or BIOS. These are the examples of firmware. Question 277. A computer needs firmware and system software to operate. State the purpose of firmware and give one example of firmware. Firmware provides low-level control for specific hardware. Examples of firmware are BIOS, UEFI, printer firmware, and router firmware. Application software. Question 279. Explain the term application software. Application software is program designed for an end user to perform a specific task. Example includes word processors, web browsers, database management system. Question 280. A small business owner needs software to manage daily tasks. Give two examples of application software they might use. So number 1, word processor, spreadsheet, database, web browser, image or photo editor, video editor, email client, and game. So these are all examples of application software. Question 281. A user has both system software and application software installed on their computer. Describe the difference between system software and application software. Give an example of each software in your answer. So let's first talk about system software. System software provides services that the computer requires. Example, operating system, antivirus program, firewall, device drivers, and encryption program. Whereas application software provides services that the user requires. Example, word processor, web browsers, spreadsheet, and database program. Question 282. Complete the statement about different types of software. Dash software provides the services that the computer requires. An example is utility software. So system software provides the services. Dash software run on the operating system. So application software run on the operating system. The dash system runs on the firmware, which is run on the dash. So the operating system runs on the firmware, which is run on the hardware. Question 283. Draw a diagram to show the order in which the following types of software start on a computer system: firmware, operating system, and application software. So here's a diagram. So application software runs on operating system. Operating system runs on firmware, and firmware is loaded by the Bootstrap program. So that is the order. Topic 26. Operating system. Question 285. A mouse computer has an operating system. Two functions of the operating systems are file management and memory management. State two other functions of the operating system. So managing files, managing memory, managing interrupts, managing peripherals, managing multitasking, managing user account, providing a user interface, and providing security. So you just need to remember the word managing, and then you just add files, memory, interrupt, peripherals, multitasking, etc. Question 286. Personal computer or PCs uses an operating system. Explain why this type of computer needs an operating system. So operating system provides an interface between the user and the hardware. It provides a platform for running applications. It manages the hardware resources such as memory and peripherals. It handles the file management. It deals with the security and handles the multitasking. Question 287. The diagram shows 5 operating system functions and give descriptions. Draw a line between each operating system function and its description. Number 1, utility. So it's a program that performs a specific task required for the operation of a computer system. Interrupt. Interrupt is a signal that causes the operating system to take a specified action. Memory management. A process of assigning blocks of memory to programs running in a computer. The last one is multitasking. So many processes appear to run simultaneously is called the multitask. Topic 27, interrupts. Question 289. The operating system handles interrupts. State the purpose of an interrupt. An interrupt is signal to indicate that something requires the attention of the processor. Question 290. When a user is reading a text on a mobile phone, they may also get a telephone call on the mobile phone. An interrupt signal is generated that results in an output to inform the user that a person is calling them. Describe how the interrupt signal is processed to inform the user that a person is calling them. The interrupt signal is sent to the CPU. The CPU stops the task it is currently processing to service the interrupt. An interrupt service routine, or ISR, is used to service the interrupt. Once the interrupt is serviced, a message is displayed to notify the user of the call. Question 291. A program running on a computer attempts to divide by zero. A signal causes the operating system to stop the current task and handle the error. Identify the name of this signal. So that is interrupt. Describe the purpose of interrupts. Number one, to signal the processor to suspend its current activity. Number two, to allow the processor to service a high priority task. Number three, to indicate that an input-output device requires attention. Number four, to handle errors or exceptions that occur during program execution. Number five, to manage the timing of event in real-time system. Question 293, a processor is currently executing a program. The processor receives an interrupt. Explain how the processor manages the current program and the interrupt. So interrupt is given priority and placed in interrupt queue. Processor finishes the current fetch decode execute cycle for the program and checks the interrupt priority queue. Processor checks for the higher priority interrupt than the current program. If lower priority, processor continues with the program. If higher priority, processor stores the current process, checks the source of the interrupt, and calls the appropriate interrupt service routine, or ISR, to resolve the interrupt. If there is another higher priority interrupt, then repeat, otherwise continue with the process from the program. Question 294, a technician is monitoring a server. Identify one input device connected to the server and one example of an interrupt that the device can generate. So input device keyboard, an interrupt example is pressing a key. Input device mouse, an interrupt example is clicking a mouse button or moving a mouse. Input device microphone, interrupt example is sound exceeding a threshold. Question 295. Padma opens an application on her computer. An interrupt is generated to inform the CPU that the application has been opened. Gave three other examples of when an interrupt signal could be generated. Number one, a peripheral is connected or disconnected. Number two, a key on a keyboard is pressed. Number three, a mouse button click. Number four, a phone/video call received. Number five, a printer has paper jam. Number six, a printer runs out of paper. Number seven, a printer runs out of ink. Question 296 state what would happen if interrupt signals were not used in a computer. So number one, computer will not be able to multitask. Number two, the processor would waste time checking for input. Number three, computer would become impossible to use. Number four, the computer would be less responsive. Number five, the computer would be less efficient.